COP30 summit stalls as fossil fuel disputes and finance gaps block progress. Negotiations at the COP30 climate summit in Belém, Brazil, have become mired in a stalemate over fossil fuel commitments and financial support, pushing talks well past the planned deadline. Delegates were expected to conclude the conference by 18:00 local time 21:00 GMT on Friday, yet the night-long sessions continue as many representatives prepare to leave. Brazil's ambition to secure a definitive roadmap for eliminating coal, oil and gas was thwarted when the draft agreement released on Friday omitted any mention of these fuels, sparking sharp criticism from the United Kingdom and other countries demanding stronger language. Meanwhile, poorer nations are pressing wealthier states for increased climate finance to help them cope with escalating temperatures, reminding the world that historic promises on funding have largely gone unmet. A plenary session is slated for 11:00 local time 14:00 GMT, but the UN's requirement that all parties consent before a decision can be adopted often leads to extended deliberations. President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva called for greater ambition, urging a clear plan to end dependence on fossil fuels and building on the COP28 pledge for a global energy transition. Oil-producing countries, however, pushed back, favoring a focus on emissions reduction technologies such as carbon capture rather than outright bans on fossil fuel use, an approach many scientists argue fails to address the core driver of climate change. Developing nations continue to demand upfront financing, pointing out that they endure the harshest climate impacts while contributing minimally to global emissions. The latest draft does propose tripling climate finance by 2030, yet it leaves ambiguous whether the money should come from governments, private investors, or a mix of both. Brazil's own fossil fuel trajectory is under scrutiny. Data from Global Witness, referencing Rystad Energy, indicate offshore oil and gas production will keep climbing into the early 2030s. Lula defends this stance, arguing that oil revenues can fund Brazil's shift to cleaner energy and highlighting his success in curbing Amazon deforestation. He has also launched a fund aimed at protecting tropical forests worldwide, although securing pledges for the initiative remains a challenge. The deadlock at COP30 underscores the global tension between urgent climate action and entrenched economic interests, leaving uncertainty over whether a concrete fossil fuel roadmap will materialize before the summit closes.